Yo guys, welcome to Gen Scorpio. My name is Belsink and we are today talking about divine connections. Where are you tuning in from in the world? Let us know in the comments, that would be really interesting to see where people are watching from. At the moment it's 9 p.m. in Norway, so it's kind of a late show. I normally don't do those late shows, but I think it's better for my friends in the United States and possibly England as well. There's a little bit of better time difference, I think. So yeah, welcome to Gen Scorpio. Today we are talking about divine connections. And why are we talking about that? That's a good question. I don't know myself because I just felt like I should go live and I got really no idea what to talk about. And my spirit guides are like, just go live, you dummy. Everything will appear. Everything will just be amazing. Hi, Six. Thank you for joining. So, I'm live. So, what are we talking about? And then I was watching. I was having some Google problems for some reason. Because my Google Chrome is using 100% of disk on my PC. And I got no freaking clue why. And I tried to trouble solve it. And it's kind of brought me down the memory lane of my past encounters in life where all those random people you meet that coincidentally is a part of your soul path without you knowing. And I find it so interesting that when you need a guide or you need some direction, the universe just introduces people to you and everything is connected. So it's like if you imagine your life like a movie. Imagine a movie script and it says that in act 35 the protagonist meets a monk or whatever. And like the universe is just sending in characters to help you and heal you and save you and leave you, and it's just amazing. And when, especially in TV series, you know that when some t some actors want to get out of a TV series, you know they're gonna die soon. If you see some actors being really troublesome in social media, saying like, "No, I don't want to do this anymore," or if the actor got a new role, you probably know that he's gonna die in the TV series soon. So, and that's what's happening with people that live our lives. I think that's important as well because while we are having lots of people introduced to our lives, we are also leaving people, and that's just a natural path. It's a natural cycle. Like some cycles come to an end, some cycles start. And sometimes the best way to start over is to close the door you came from. But that doesn't mean that if you choose one door, you have to close all the other doors. Just visit them one at a time. And this reminds me of something that I talked with a friend yesterday about. She's an amazing person. I'm gonna try to not insult her too much. So basically, she's been having her struggles and going through some hard shit. She's spiritual, but she's starting to become. How would I explain it? She's starting to become spiritual, but introducing limitation to her spirituality to stay focused. Which for me is completely insane. I think she's batshit crazy, but I think it will pass. I'm not saying she's a batshit crazy person. I'm just saying she's a batshit person right now. And yeah, it's gonna pass. Just gonna check if the volume on the recording is good. Okay, cool, it is. So yeah, she's a Capricorn sun, which are pretty stubborn people. and I'm an Aquarius sun, so I don't expect her to understand me. But like, why would you limit your expansion? I understand that it can be overwhelming. And like, she introduced the idea of, oh, you don't have to save the world. You don't have to save the world. You don't have to save the world. You don't have to heal your ancestry. You don't have to heal your karma. It's normal. It's a human experiment. It's a human experience. You need to evolve bit by bit. And then I'm coming in and I'm like, hey, do you remember me? The universe sent me to kick your ass. Oh yes, and I did. And I think she even liked it because she recognized that she was sending out low vibe stuff, and sure, she had some sort of, I wouldn't call it excuse, but she got a reason. And I think that's so important. Like, you don't always get what you're hoping for. If you are getting, let's say, let's introduce some stupid, let's call some stupid thing. Let's say you want, let's try to use my life. You want, what did I want? Yeah, let's do something that I thought didn't, was supposed to be. Now I'm completely lost my train of thought, of course. I'm trying to use my own life as an example, but I can't remember my own life. It's probably a reason. My spirit guides are, don't go to the past! It will fuck up your brain, and I'm like, okay. Don't go to the past. Let's go to the future. Okay. Let's predict something. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Let's predict something. So at the moment, what am I struggling with at the moment? I'm struggling with, I can't realize what I'm struggling with. This is getting really pathetic, but my spirit guides are laughing, so it's possibly a good thing. So, okay, I'm struggling with. You're struggling with seeing your potential, dude. Okay, great. I'm struggling with seeing my potential, and yeah, let's take my music for example. I'm gonna play some of my music, um, because like it's, I'm gonna put it, it's good, sort of, but it's not what I want it to be. But maybe it shouldn't be that. I think this is an instrumental. Yeah. And of course, Windows Media Player is now playing. Like, let me know if you like this song. Like, I don't like it myself, but maybe it's not my task to judge my own music, because I'm kind of, I can't be impartial because I'm a part of my music. So let me, I'm just gonna play my music. It's about 3 minutes or something. Thank you. Okay, I can't take more of it. It's literally tearing me up inside. Like I can, it's making me so uncomfortable. Like I'm not. So what? And the clock in Norway right now is 21:11. So yeah, 9:11 p.m. Anyways, 111. Um, it does not meet the criteria of my what I want it to be, but what I wanted to. Oh yeah, that's why it's a perfect example, because like what I wanted to be isn't necessarily what it was created to be. So my expectations are invalid in what the universe planned for it to be. And that's why we need to create more content. And it's so easily to think that, oh, you need to have quality content. But to be honest, you don't need to have quality content. You just need to get it out there. Just give it to the universe, and the universe, people that will, people that need your content at this exact moment in time will find your content. That's how law of attraction works. Like, you always see people like, oh, thank you for putting out this reading. It was actually what I needed. Of course, it was actually what I needed. That's why it was created. That's why you are watching this right now, because this is actually what you need. This is planned before you came to Earth. This is just you getting to the next page in your script and seeing like, oh, Clear Blue Jay, which is one of the watchers, Clear Blue Jay found the video from Spellsync. It played a cool music. That made her inspired to make something. That made her a billionaire in the future. Like, I could create so many miracles without knowing it. And me not knowing it could actually decrease my ego, which is good. So maybe it's good that I'm not knowing my potential. But at the same time, not knowing my potential, it's kind of limiting. So I'm limiting myself by not knowing, and yeah, it's my Aquarius mind. It's just going everywhere, connecting everything. And with that, I meant like you may think you want something, but you don't really want it. The universe will connect you with whatever you want. Like when I started this podcast episode, I thought that I was going to talk about the people we meet in our lives, that they are just coming in and coming out. And I started there, but now we're talking about music. Like, what the fuck is going on? And I also said on the live stream on Sunday that I'm gonna start to use my voice and talk more slowly so people can think. But like, I think it's hard. So yeah. At the moment, I got around 6,000 unreleased songs. I've released 2 of them, and I am very tempted. I am very tempted to remove the songs I have released and polish them because I'm not happy with them. Even though I said, no, I'm done, I'm not gonna touch it again. My queries is like, oh, we just need to tweak that little thing. Oh, I didn't hear that on Sunday. So, yeah, I still want to tweak everything. I'm a tweaker. I want to tweak. But then I start to tweak the music, and then I lose the inspiration, and I'm like, oh, I've tweaked this song so it actually sucks compared to what it was. So always make backups, guys. Always. So, where am I going with this episode? I'm not sure. I'm just channeling lots of stuff. My guide self, you're doing great! Thanks, guys. And yeah, you connect with strange people you possibly didn't know you needed to meet. And it's strange. It's really strange how everything is connected. Like, I read about the Scorpio Aquarius love connection. Like, when was that? November or something. So I thought Scorpio women sounded interesting. I've never really met any Scorpio women. I've met one, but she blocked me after a while. So I started manifesting a Scorpio woman. And the first Scorpio I came across was Astra Phoenix. And he's not a Scorpio woman. And I started questioning, why are you sending me a guy? But then it was like, oh, he got a Aquarius fiance. That means that your desired relationship is possible. And I'm starting to think like, oh, that's interesting. And then I connected with a girl on Instagram, which was crazy. And I just wanted to, because I put out something with I think I put out a picture with Jen Scorpio, and somehow she liked my Instagram thingy. I sent her a message. I don't know why. I just felt like it. I think I answered the story about Aquarius or something. Yeah, because she has a crush or whatever she's dating at the moment. So she has a crush that is Leo, Sun, Moon, Aquarius, and Rising Aquarius, I believe. And I'm a Aquarius Sun, Scorpio Moon, Leo Rising. So I know how her crush is kind of thinking. So I was able to help her with connecting the logic and stuff. And then she says she is into astrology, and I'm curious about astrology myself. So I just gave her a free reading because I'm practicing. And she's apparently she's apparently the leader of a Scorpio community with 5,000 Scorpios. Say what? How is that even possible? I didn't even notice she had 5,000 friends or 5,000 followers, but she answered my DM. Or that I answered on her story. I don't think people with 5,000 followers would do that. So I'm kind of mind blown that she's actually talking to me. And now I'm helping her with astrology. And she's in a media firm, and she wanna get into astrology. So I read that she's like super psychic. She's literally, her natal chart is literally saying that, oh, you should create a Scorpio community. Like, it's just so insane because she got her midheaven in she got a midheaven in Aquarius. Scorpio Sun and Moon in Scorpio Sun, Moon, Venus, and Mercury, I believe, in Scorpio. And she got a Mars Gemini or something. So like, and a Leo rising. So like, she's perfect for making that community that she is doing, but she's not making money. So I literally like, I'm a sales coach. I teach people how to make money. I wanna teach spiritual people how to make money. And even though I'm not charging for my services, the universe is sending people to me that I can help with my services. People that I would never have approached or thought about reaching out to. And that to me is insane. Like, you can't make this up. I got 140 in IQ, like human IQ. I couldn't even make that a plot in a movie. Like, you are manifesting a sign. You are meeting the sign in a man to show you that you can find a woman that is not like you but like him. And now you're suddenly in front of 5,000 Scorpios, helping someone, showing your genuine side. Damn, that's heavy. Yeah, it's really cool. And there's a Libra girl that has piqued my interest, to say it the least. And Libras are crazy, weird, intelligent beings. And suddenly I'm connected with a dating and intimacy. Dating and dating and intimacy coach. Like, what? How do these people find me? I don't know. But I just want to show you that the universe is real, it's actually working. And even though you're manifesting, you're not manifesting the method, you're manifesting the outcome. So many people are manifesting money, but money is manifestation method, it's not the manifestation outcome. So it's just crazy to me. And I recently found out that one of my best, or not best friends, because we haven't met in real life, but he's Norwegian, and he doesn't believe in spirituality, but he's a genius musician. He has helped me a lot with my music. He sends me all kinds of crazy previews of, oh, see what I'm releasing with Flowrider in a month. Oh, I'm like, yeah, sure. So he's a Scorpio sun. But I think he got Pluto in Sagittarius. So he's 90, what is that? 96, 97, something. And he's the behind the scenes Scorpio. He's the Puff Daddy, he's the Drake, he's the Logic, he's the business Scorpio. He's not that spiritual, but he's really into business. And I'm a businessman, so I'm helping this guy with business. And he's not that good of a action taker, to be honest. We joke about because in Norway all companies are having Christmas calendars in December. So we joke like, oh, you need to start on your Christmas calendar now this Easter, so you can launch it in 2025 because it's so slow. I'm not sure if all Scorpios are slow, but like, they think a lot and they need to have everything perfect. It's a different perfection than Virgos for sure. Virgos are more about facts. I think Scorpios are more about they wanted to look aesthetically perfect. The passion needs to be present. You need to have all the connections. The business plan needs to be perfect. Yeah. So yeah, actually, Amber, it's the girl I sent you the connection to for a relationship astrology readings. She's the Scorpio boss lady, and I've never talked with her, but like I'm a Scorpio moon, so I can kind of I pick up on subtle clues and subtle attitude. So I can totally see her be like, "Oh, bitch, you don't need that man. He's gonna leave you for that crazy hoe. You're gonna have this one, and you can see it in your chart." That's like how she's gonna be. She's gonna be like, not Oprah. I totally believe that she could be the next Oprah, the next Kardashian, if she wants. Kim Kardashian. Like, she got this just celebrity vibe. Her chart reads like a celebrity, and it's so fascinating to me. Um, she's like, oh yeah, you know, what is her name? Um, it's a girl in, uh, Tyra Banks, isn't it? She's been host on some talent show. I think it's Tyra Banks, isn't it? Yeah, Tyra Banks. She's like that kind of attitude. I believe I haven't spoken to her outside of Instagram, but like that's how I believe she will be with the relationship shots. Like, oh, but you don't need that man. You need this one. He got so much good qualities. He will trigger your 8th house. He will make your 7th house of love open up. Like, that's how I believe she will be. And that's just by having some conversations, picking her brain, and reading the Instagram story. Like, I pick up on those things. I'm not sure why. But yeah, at the moment, clock is 9:27. I have seen 27 over 2,000 times since waking up spiritual. I'm not sure why. My birthday is 27th of January. I'm 27 years old. This is apparently a big year for me, and I think that every time I see 27, I'm on my soul path. I'm doing something right. Yeah, it's my favorite number as well. And I'm gonna be honest. I haven't said this to many people because it feels kind of shitty to take on that. I don't feel comfortable talking about it because I can't prove it. But at the same time, it's crazy. Like, Mozart were also born 27th of January. But in 1757 or something. I'm not sure. And Mozart had a strict dad. I have a strict dad. Mozart started playing piano when he was 6 years old. Or 4 or something. I played piano when I was 4 years old. Mozart, he was changing his name because he's called Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, and I think he changed his name to Wolfie or something. And I changed my name from Knudar André to Knudar. And my friend was like, he's a Sagittarius sun. We don't talk at the moment because now he's blocking me. Like, we're having one year on and off blocking. I'm not sure. He's a genius. I believe he's the next Da Vinci or something. So he said that, oh, but you can't be Mozart because Mozart could hear certain frequencies in music, and he could do certain things with music. Turns out I can also hear certain frequencies in music, and I can also do certain things with frequency in music. And I spoke with a mentor of mine. She's an earth witch, which is sort of like a mix between a white witch and a black witch, sort of a grey witch. So she goes to hell to help, if that makes sense. And I just said, I feel like when I was little, I listened to Mozart's Childhood in Norwegian on a record to fall asleep, listening to his music. And I always vividly kind of saw everything. And she's like, yeah, you were Mozart in a past life. And I'm like, what? And that's why your soul path are similar. And I just remember that, oh, Mozart had a fleece or something. I'm not sure what it's named. Like, he had to cut his hair off, and he was bald. Bald. B-A-L-D. And I started losing my hair in 20 years, at 20 years old. And like I've been having this afro all my life, like really lots of afro. And I started losing my hair at 20 years old. I started to cut my hair bald at when I was 25 or something. So I usually have my hair bald, but I can show you. I'm starting to get a little bit of balding going, and also, as you can see on my back head, my hair grows backwards, just like the wig Mozart wore. Like, it's crazy. And I've been told I was Mozart in a past life. And I told a psychic friend because I thought I was going crazy. At the same time, I was a little bit interested. And I asked her, like, what did she think? And she's like, oh, I love Mozart. That makes so much sense. And I said, but I don't understand what I need to do with my music. And she said, oh, you don't trust yourself. Don't worry about it. You're gonna start to trust yourself after you won the Nobel's Peace Prize for your music. And I'm shocked, or shook, as the young people say. I'm starting to get old. I'm starting to noticing it. Like, I'm saying that old, the young people. Anyways, yeah. So I'm apparently gonna get the Nobel Peace Prize for my music. And she said that people will study your music for centuries after your death because it can cure depression and such. And I'm like, what? And I wanna tell a little bit about me because, like, I'm a sales guy, but I started to remember, why did I go into sales? When I lost my sales job, I got into an identity crisis. I was like, okay, what the hell is happening? What am I gonna do? And my first instinct was, oh, I need to get back in sales. But it never went off. And I started to wonder, so why is this not going off? And I woke up spiritually. And the universe is like, hey, we have been preparing you to be a healer with your music for 26 years. Don't you see the dots? Can't you connect everything? And just before I had the session with the Earth Witch, her official title is Soul Archaeologist, which was really enticing to me. So I was like, oh, archaeologist can recover my soul. That is interesting. I rather believe in soul archaeologist than a witch at that time, but now I believe in witches as well. So let's continue. So I read an article before going to the session about, because I started to search out magical music, and I found something about druidry and being a druid bard. Basically a storyteller using magic through music and words like poets, music, everything like that. And it was just crazy to me because I mentioned it to the Earth Witch, and she's like, "Yeah, you're a druid. You were set up for this. You probably you're a Celtic druid actually." And I started to read up about the Celts. And when I was 8 years old, I was playing cornet in a school band. And we won second division in Norwegian National Championship. And we won with a play called Shalom, which is loosely translated to Amen in Hebrew, I believe. And when I was the picked to go up and get a trophy, they played a play called, or a fanfare. I'm not sure what that is in English. Like they played this signal thing to show that we won. They played the Cry of the Celts Victory. And I never thought much about it, but after some years after, we played Cry of the Celts Lord of the Dance in the school band. And it's just insane how the universe has been preparing me all the time. Like, when I think back, the people wanted a Beethoven this. Wasn't Beethoven deaf? I'm not deaf, luckily. And yeah, it's just insane how everything just lined up. So I'm going back to music now. But I'm not making music to earn money. At the same time, I'm making it to earn money, but I'm not making money from the music itself. I'm gonna probably create some guided meditations, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna sell them even. What I think I'm gonna do, it's kind of a secret, but I don't think that so many people watching this will try to steal my secret. So what I'm likely to do is to make kind of the Spotify of guided meditation. Sell you a subscription, $9 a month, get access to a library with 1 billion guided meditations or whatever, and just collect from all healers in the world. That could create so much incomes, and yeah, that's one of my projects. So let's continue. And now, like, the Celts were part of England and Scotland and Ireland. I need to be sure what I can say. A friend of mine can he does remote viewing classes, and he can basically look back in time to see ancient stuff where it's supposed to be, like, or where it has been. And I'm just gonna say it casually. He told me not to reveal the exact location of Atlantis, but I'm gonna reveal sort of where it is. It's close to Europe, on the what is called, on the west coast of Europe. I'm not gonna say anything more than that. And it's actually real in this lifetime. It's in 4D at the moment, so we can't reach it yet, but we can access it through a meditation. They are waiting for us, but they are having some wars with some demons or something at the moment. Because I got Lemurian ancestry, and my guides told me that I left Lemuria to build Atlantis. So I'm apparently astral walking to Atlantis every day to help something. That's why I'm waking up with scars all across my body. I don't know how I get them. They are just in my face, like scar of it's like clinical scars. It's like someone took a knife and cut me. So like having Atlantis so close Europe, so close Ireland, England, and the Druidry, it makes kind of sense that Druids and European natives are connected to Atlantis. But apparently Atlantis can be moved. Yeah, I'm not sure if I was supposed to say that. Anyways, it's like it's like a city on a flying UFO, sort of, kind of. Anyways, let's go away from Atlantis before I reveal some secrets. Not that I have secrets, I just respect the guy that told me not to reveal the exact location. Anyways, this turned out to be an interesting history lesson. Interesting. So, knowing all this, like I'm going to music, I'm going to music, I'm going to Celtic, ancestry, Druidry, whatever. And then I knew that my grandpa did what is it called? Genealogy or something? Like you researching on ancestors. So this last Christmas of 2018, he was visiting, and I asked about, do you know if we got Viking ancestors? And he's like, yeah, we got ancestors of Vikings, we got ancestors of Celtic people, and I'm like, whoa, this is actually more real than I thought it was. And I asked, have we some witches in the family? And he didn't know any, but he said probably. And on my father's side, we had shamanic medicine men. So my brain is going like, okay, this is actually real. This is not a dream, it's not a fantasy, it's actually real, it's my life. And yeah, it's amazing how the universe just introduced something awesome. And I'm gonna say something else as well. Let's see. Oh yeah, because there's a girl I was having a flirt with in November, I believe. I think so. And she kind of broke my heart. Sort of. It was not that painful, but it was the Venus retrograde in Scorpio. Hello. That shit was crazy. And the exact day that she left my life, or not left my life, but like we didn't broke up, but like we just stopped talking to each other. We were never together, but yeah, we stopped talking to each other. And the exact day my Sagittarius sun best friend that blocks me uh, what each second year or whatever connected to me, and he's like, I just felt the need to connect to you. And I'm like, God damn, I needed you right now, bro, because I'm feeling kind of sad. And it's just amazing. We are getting all these divine connections. We're just living in this amazing TV series in the 3D currently. In maybe in some of the next seasons we are in 4D. And whenever a person get out of our life and we think everything is going downhill, we are introduced to a new person that made us forget about the old, but learn from it and create a divine connection through nature itself and through spirituality. We are getting closer than ever before. We are connecting. And for millennials, the theme for the 2010s were connectivity. And I think the theme for 2020 is soul connectivity. Because now we have connected over the internet. Now it's time to connect through our hearts. Create a better world for everyone. If you have some questions, I can take them. It's 7 people in the chat at the moment. That's the most I have on any single episode. So I'm apparently doing something good. Even though I didn't know what I was gonna talk about when I pressed go live. So yeah, let's make some predictions. Let's make some wild predictions. Okay, spirituality. I think light work will die. I don't believe light work is what we are calling it in 10 years. I think the current light work is toxic. It's so many wannabe light workers that it's kind of time for revolution. I think we have seen that with seeing everything that is happening in France and everything that's happening in Britain. And the UK, like in the UK with Brexit and stuff, people are creating new political parties, and literally one of the parties is called Change UK, and their slogan is "Politics is broken, let's fix the system." Like, I've seen that, I've said that with the world. People are now manifesting that shit, and yeah, it's amazing. And I think the spirituality is broken. Let's fix it, because there's so much misconceptions about spirituality. I think there's hidden forces of power that are trying to make spirituality sacred. They are trying to not make it mainstream, even though it could help so many people. There are real witch hunters in the world. I totally believe there's people going around with crossbows and killing people for being a witch. That's why you see all these holistic doctors disappearing in the news. If you search on it on Google, I think it was like since 2012 over 100 spiritual doctors have been just vanishing. I believe Avicii was murdered. I don't believe he committed suicide. I think he was on the brink of introducing spirituality to his music. I think we will see it when his next album is released this June. Oh damn, some dude said I should be burned at the stake just for believing in astrology and crystals. Yeah, that's the reality we are living in. Ang Butang. It's gonna be quite a shock for people. But I think as society is evolving, Like, let's make another prediction. Like, I like predictions because then I can be like, oh, I said this back in 2019. So all my life, my mom has been like, oh, you must not smoke weed. I don't like you to have the Adidas logo in weed plant shape. And now weed is legalized in most of the states in US and in whole of Canada, I think. And like 10 years ago, to legalize weed worldwide would be a foreign phenomenon. Nobody would ever thought about it. They would think that, oh, it's not gonna happen. Now it's happening. And yeah, soon people gonna sell weed in the grocery store. It's gonna be completely normal. Because people thought that weed killed. You know what people do now that will be forbidden in 10 years? Drive their own car. Because people can die of driving. I've been in a car accident. I didn't die. But I was afraid of dying. I did damage. Or I got my car damaged. Like, if the cars were autonomous, I wouldn't have crashed. Maybe I wouldn't learn how to drive safe, but at the same time, so many people can have so much we are doing now and taking for granted will be illegal in 10 years. And it's just the evolution of society. And yeah, weed is getting legalized. It will get legalized worldwide. Just think about, I think I read that just in 2016, like this is 3 years ago, Washington DC made $1 billion out of weed or something, like the government. Europe is not gonna sit pale and see that the US is bathing, is bathing, is swimming in weed money. Are you kidding me? That's not gonna happen. You know what happened when the US went into the financial crisis? It hit Europe like a blast. The reason Greece and other people in Europe are clinging to the EU right now is because of the financial crisis in 2008. And in 2026, when Pluto exit Capricorn. Pluto is going out with a bang. Bang bang into the roof, as Ariana Grande says. It's not gonna be pleasant. I think he has done lots of stuff already. Tried to burn down Notre Dame. Tried to crash the Bitcoin. Pluto is doing some real shit. And this conjunction, January 2020, that's just a preview of what's to come when we enter Aquarius. Like when, I think at the moment, spiritual people especially are like, oh, you should join my movement, you should join my group, you should join my community. Community is the new buzzword that everyone says. Oh, you should join the community. You should join the tribe. Tribe is starting to become popular again. And you should join. Yeah, you should join my community. But when Pluto hits Aquarius, I think all of those communities are exploding. Because Aquarius is about creating unity. And a community is not a unity, it's a separation. Because without community, we are a community. It's inception. It's nature. It's perfection. It's logic, I thought. Except that logic is perceptive. Which science does not believe. Which science will believe in the future. But we haven't get there yet. Because we are too reliant on a system that is apart. We are too reliant on a system that is about to break. And it's gonna be glorious. The system will break. Lots of people will lose their jobs. The robots should take your job. If you need a job to be social, go practice social skills. Go take an online course. I think this episode has been too long. Let's see. Yeah. We've been on an hour. Now we got eight people. Let's just continue. This was fun. Let's see on the comments. They are talking about weed. Okay, cool. Astrophoenix. I feel like a lot of people from high school are talking shit about what I'm doing. Oh yeah, but that's because Gary Vee haven't talked about it yet. I reached out to Gary Vee actually today. I said, I'm gonna read about it actually. I'm gonna read the exact message I sent him today. Let's see. Hey Gary and team, I started watching your stuff in 2016 as I resigned from my sales job and sought more meaningful stuff. I'm 27, I've been eating shit for 8 years. Then I found a secret passion in spirituality. Coming from the logical sales industry, it was very foreign to me to trust intuition and magic. However, I'm starting to live more in the moment and help people find their call in life. I want to do career and purpose astrology readings. Would love to give you a free astrology reading of your planetary natal birth chart. Most kings and people of power through history had astrologers in the past. Why shouldn't the king of social media hustle be as informed? I take your birth details, analyze how the planet's position impacted your personality when born. Details I need, let me know if you're interested. Best regards, Knuda Jösök. And if that goes through, and he actually see results, you don't think that guy is gonna run my astrology shit through all his 300 employees or something? That's gonna be all over internet. Like, we just need Ariana Grande, PewDiePie, Kim Kardashian, Kanye West, Puff Daddy, Tom Brady, Russell Brunson, who else? Elon Musk to go out and say, astrology is real, go get a reading today. The entire world, not just the internet, the entire world is gonna explode. That shit will be crazy, and it will happen. And you know why it will happen? Because those people will not do it. Because the next celebrities are us. We are the ones that will be using the 3D to gain power, and we will use our power for good. We will go on talk shows and talk about this, like the Leo King is already doing. I saw him on Steve Harvey show. That's crazy to me. But he's doing it subtle. He's just helping. But when we can actually go and talk freely on talk shows, not being afraid to be killed, or even if I'm killed, I think it's worthy to explode astrology or spirituality into the universe and getting killed. I would do that martyr shit. So yeah, I went on a detour, but let's continue reading comments. This was fun. Let's see. Ang Vutang, I must be crazy, I'm relaxed in a flipping car. You either believe in astrology or you will. Yeah, for true. The new legalized weed is dangerous though, too potent. Yes, and I totally believe that the government, because I think some government are good, but Illuminati is in most of them. And I believe that once they get weed on the streets to not be illegal, they will start to make people high all the time so they don't care about what the government is doing. because all the weed people will be like, "Oh, unconditional love. I'm so high, man. I'm fine. I'm chilling. The government is giving me weed. Everything is fine." So that's a potential hazard we need to face. Oh yeah, they see the profit now. They want to legalize it. Angry Tang, so with you. Too potent, isn't that thing? Facts. What are you comparing it against? The one that it doesn't exist? Weed zombies. Yeah, weed zombies gonna be a thing. And then somebody gonna take the weed from them, and then people gonna try to make weed illegal again. Because people craving weed it will start to be like the drug victims on the street, like they are robbing people for heroin, but in the future it will be normal people robbing people to get weed. Clear Blue Jay wanna hear more about what I think Pluto's intention as a Gemini. She got a lot of Mercury's intentions. Um, what do I see Pluto as? I think Pluto is a child. I can see him as a he's kind of like a toddler. He's just going around the zodiac wheel, crawling, and like if you what I do in my astrology, which I haven't launched yet, but will I portray every planet as characters, and I see Pluto as this toddler crawling into zodiac signs, and ouch, his foot hit the financial system. Oh well. Oh, he got his finger touched Notre Dame. Oh, but it didn't completely broke. So like he's just continuing traveling. And when it gets into Aquarius, it will be more about like I think he will, because I think it's a he. I think he will start to understand like, oh, I actually destroy stuff with my actions. I should probably be more cautious. I wouldn't say he's more focused, but he's more aware of what he's doing. So he's probably looking back saying that, oh, look at all the harm I did in Capricorn. I'm not gonna make the same mistake the next 200 and I don't know how many years is this. Isn't it 250 years or something? Like I'm not gonna do a big mistake the next 250 years. Let me know if that makes sense. I think he's growing up. I think he's quite young compared to the other people, the other, the other characters. Um, let's see. Astrophoenix, I do feel like it affects everyone differently, probably based off your astrological makeup. Pisces moon, 28 degrees in the fourth. I feel everything. Oh yeah, and especially these bombs in the churches on Sri Lanka. I felt like crap on Sunday. I didn't know what's going on until I checked the news. Oh, it's been a terror attack. No, no way, no. There's no wonder that I feel like crap. Like I couldn't work, I couldn't watch TV. I was just sad. So yeah. Scorpio, 12th house, Stellium. Oh damn! Oh yeah, because got a Sag rising. Oh damn. That's interesting. Scorpio 12th house stellium. So you're Capricorn 12th house? Ouch. Oh yeah, you're going through some deep shit, Astro. If you want, I can do a free reading for you. I'm trying to create a astrology report. And it's only gonna be $10 when I'm starting out, so it's not gonna ruin people's lives. Because I believe that if I'm gonna help people with a career, I at least gonna help them make money before they can pay me. I think that's polite. And at the same time, I feel intimidated and I feel completely shit for trying to get into astrology. Because I have this imposter syndrome, but at the same time, I know I can help people. So I'm not going into astrology to shit on people's craft. I totally respect you guys, and I will extend this offer to everyone that's watching this video. Free astrology reading report for career and passion. Let's see. Power, passion, purpose. Yeah, that's a good one. So yeah, I'm not shitting on someone's craft. I'm just... And I don't identify as an astrologer. So I'm not gonna be a full-time astrologer. Astrology is just one of the tools I use to help people. Like sometimes I use bibliomancy, if you know what that is. You just take a random book. At the moment I got 2018 Aquarius horoscope guide. It's in Norwegian, but I'm gonna just point a word, and that word is gonna be something you will notice during this week. You burn for a better society, and you will put your own needs to the side to help others. That's gonna happen this week. Like, that's bibliomancy. And sometimes that's important. Sometimes you need some energy healing. I don't want to put myself in a box, if that makes sense. Let's continue. Astro Phoenix says, as far as government, it is stupid to believe that one person, a president or whatever, can preside over 300 million plus people. Yeah, that's true. I think governmental hierarchy will change. I could see us go back to the community thing. Like, you know, in old... Well, kind of America is like that already. But it could be... Like, in old tribal times, where everyone had a tribe. And then you have tribe chieftains. But at the same time, that's like the president of each country at the moment. But I could also see, like, all the political parties in a country creating their own giant village and becoming president of that village or that area. And they will have civil wars between each other. I hope I'm not predicting this. We'll see. Oh, William Hole, I see Pluto as grandpa in Pampers who doesn't care what he says to people. I think of Uranus like that. We are actually Sun on top of Uranus tomorrow, Wednesday the 23rd. No, Wednesday the 24th, of course. Hey, wait, isn't it? Or wait. I need to check my... Are we on top of Uranus today? Astro thing. Because I thought it was the 23rd. That is actually a quite... Are we on top of Uranus day? Sun is at 3 degrees. Uranus is at 2 degrees. We are actually... We were on top of Uranus this night. Or this day. That makes sense. That's why this... That's why this... what is it called? Podcast talk show thingy is so... rebellious. So... in your face with stuff to change. I think that Uranus is that crazy, not grandpa, but crazy uncle. You know that crazy uncle you kind of don't want to visit? Or he's the crazy uncle that is a scientist that you want to visit? Either ones. He's either the one smoking weed, I would say being abusive to you, but he's not really abusive. He's just talking about old times. Or he's the one crazy scientist. You get to be in his lab and he's telling you about how he's gonna change the world. And you know, like, oh, uncle, have you forgotten to take your meds today? That's how I feel that Uranus is actually today. Let's see. Oh, cool. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, I will love to give you sort of my astrology report. At the moment, I'm currently making it. It's over 10 pages at the moment, so I need to find a way to short it down, or not short it down, but find a way to end it. I have a bad habit of just continuing writing to eternity. Let me see. I can tell you a little bit how it is working. Because I look at the planets as different characters, and all the different houses are kind of like rooms in a hotel. So for every room, you meet other characters and how the relationship are with them. Like, let's take Venus when she's in... no, let's take another one. This is actually a good example because this is one I'm actually reading at the moment. So Mercury and Lilith are both in Sagittarius, and I feel that Mercury and Sagittarius are like normally this geek, nerdy girl, because it's the girl I'm reading for. So maybe I'm gonna have everyone in the gender of the person to make them relatable. I think that's actually better instead of claiming any gender. Yeah, I think so. So imagine Mercury as this nerdy girl in Sagittarius. And Sagittarius is the sign of party and studying. So she's the study group president. But she's also getting invited to the parties. And in the party she is meeting Lilith, which is the normal drinking to forget old boyfriend, broken heart stuff, love, getting drunk, don't understand why she never meets the one. Like she's dreaming about Prince Charming. So I think that when the nerdy girl Mercury meets Lilith, I wouldn't say bossy bitch, but the hopelessly in love one, I think that relationship is really interesting, and how they relate in that house and how they're gonna move and meet other characters. And I hope one day to make a 3D system where you can actually see the characters, and you can, as you are moving the zodiac dates, you can see the characters walk through the rooms, like in a circle. I think that would be really interesting, and then you can kind of create the perfect zodiac, how that will impact. And then I'm gonna, of course, license it to other astrologers because I'm not about having power for my own. I want to create systems that people can use to change their lives. Oh, Mercury as Loki. Yeah, that's interesting. Astrophoenix says, my friends just had to do a, my friends just had to do a drug test for a new job. I was scared as shit because I just smoked last week for the first time in 2 months. But your boy passed. Give it up for Astrophoenix in the comments. Comment, um, comment a Scorpio emoji if you're happy for Astrophoenix new job. If you're not happy, you can comment whatever. But if you're not happy, get the fuck out of my channel. No, I'm just kidding. I was trying to get up my report. And I'm kind of making my own... How am I gonna say it? I'm making my own astrology interpretation. So it's like... I'm basing it off tropical astrology, but at the same time I'm borrowing stuff from Vedic and borrowing stuff from Placidus, borrowing stuff from equal housing. Like I'm just making my own system with things that I feel work, and that's working for me. So I don't think mine is necessarily correct, but it's probably gonna help you. Hey Astrophoenix, let me know if you share the what is it called? If you share the world view of astrology. I prefer Placidus, and that is because, let's see, I like Placidus because, oh yes, I like Placidus because my, how am I gonna say this? I like Placidus because my, in equal, like every sign is a house. So every sign is a house, but if every of my sign was a house with Leo ascendant, then Aquarius would be my love house. And I have both Sun and Saturn in the equal house of Aquarius, the 7th. But in Placidus, I have Sun and Saturn in the 6th house in Aquarius, in the end degrees of the 6th house. And that is aligning more to my identity. I believe that Sun is your mind, Moon is your soul, and Rising is your body. Or your appearance, your public image. So for me, I prefer Placidus because then you have very interesting combinations. Like, I also have a stellium in Capricorn, but in Placidus I have midheaven, Mars, and Venus in the 5th house, but I have Uranus, Neptune, and Mercury in the 6th house. And that combination to me of 2 houses in a sign is speaking more to my personality and more view of life than to actually say that, oh, all of these are actually in your 6th house. Because then it would make my Sagittarius the 5th house, and I don't have any planets in Sagittarius. So, and I know that my midheaven, my path in life is to use my creativity. And I got Venus conjunct Mars, which is kind of like action-based creativity in terms of love, music, kids, whatever, in the 5th house. So this is much more speaking to my kind of astrology, I guess you can say. Let's see. Clear Blue J says, great show today, and there's no planned things seem to work for you. Yeah, it actually did. If you want Astro, I can do your chart now, just a preview live, because I can channel stuff and you can tell me if it's correct. Let me know. I mean, since you got the job, so why not celebrate? And I just heard in my head, celebrate, come on. Let's see, how do I do this? I know it's kind of on the spot, but if you want. The only thing I know is that you're born in November. And 1991, I believe. Yeah. November 17, 8:22 p.m. I'm gonna actually share my screen, I think. Because then you can... oh. Then you can see how I think. Let's see. Lawrenceville. Georgia. November 17th. If you're listening to this in the future, because I'm gonna make a podcast of it at some time. Astrophoenix. (8:22). Oh, it was AM. Stupid me. I wrote PM. I need to change that. Can I do back? Yes, I can. If I do like that. AM. Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay. Let's see if I can find a way to share my screen. Do I have a display screen? What I can do? Can I do this? Let's see if I can do this. So if we do like this, we do like that. We are getting the... oh, okay, that did not work. Remove that one. There we go. I think that should work. Yeah, cool. So we got the screen. Okay, I'm using Astro theme. I really like that page. Can I zoom? Not. Maybe. Okay, cool. Okay, so let's start with let's do the houses. So you got ascendant in Sagittarius. That explains your dancing and you always being this party Scorpio. um, Partying, yeah, Mercury. You already know it. Your Mercury and ascendant, partying about information. I could see you having study parties, and that's literally what your videos are. You are just celebrating information. Or it's not just, but it's like, yeah. Not non-Capricorn, okay. So, North Node Capricorn at 11. Is that in Capricorn as well? Yes, it is. Okay, so house number 2 is about possessions, right? So, you wanna own something. But what do you wanna own? You wanna own a system. Why do you want to own the system? You wanna own a platform. Because you wanna use the platform to educate people. And the platform is spiritually and revolutionary. You wanna change astrology. Is that in Saturn Aquarius in the second house? Oh damn! Yeah, 1 degree. Okay. Like your videos are literally like study parties. You're creating a platform to educate people. Your work is independent, but you're still relying on the system. Like it's only the early degrees of Aquarius. So you're still heavily relying on astrology or whatever system you choose. Moon is in 28 degrees Pisces. Oh damn. That's actually sick. You're super psychic. You already know this. Path of Fortune is in Aries. In the fourth house of family. Moon in fourth house of family. Fourth house is often about the mother. Often about the mother. So your psychic abilities is transitioning into. You're always having this. What is it called? You're kind of a Pisces because Pisces are like literally the most psychic people on earth, but you're kind of transitioning. I wouldn't say away from human, but you're kind of transitioning between dimensions. You're on your way to. It seems like you are educating to graduate from God kindergarten, if that makes sense. Like you are on another level than most humans. You're kind of transitioning to become a god. which is interesting, to say the least. Oh, your mom is a Pisces moon. That makes sense since it's in the 4th house. Chiron is in Leo. My Chiron is also in Leo. I feel your pain. So you have troubles with identity. Oh, that's why you kind of want to be in the media, but you don't want to be in the media. You have kind of like mixed feelings about it, I would guess. Yeah, I think he's in god training, but it's like he's not ready to become a god yet. Oh, damn. You know, I I had a 7-hour meditation in I have a 7-hour meditation in about December, I believe. It was probably around your early Mercury. Interesting. So, no, that will not be early. About your ascendant. And on this guided meditation, I asked a question for my guides. Like, I have 86 questions I asked them. And I asked them, say something random that I don't know. Just to know that I wasn't making up all the questions myself. And they said, Hercules is on Earth right now. You will meet him soon. He's a cool guy. Hercules is a god in training. I think Astro Phoenix might be Hercules. And that's crazy because I had that reading in December. Jupiter in Virgo in the 9th house. 9th is often the house of the father. Transitioning into the 10th. Jupiter is all about not partying, but he's the party planner, and he is also the ascended master. And in Virgo, which is for work, you work a lot, and you can see it in your work on your YouTube channel. Like, you are, every time I log on YouTube, it's like Astro Phoenix has a new video, and they're on my to-do list. I haven't gotten to them yet, the daily and the weekly horoscopes. Oh damn, yes, Jupiter conjuncts your father sun too. That's amazing. And your MC is in Virgo, which means that your IC is in Pisces. So when you are not working, you are escaping. You are using escapism to relax, to reflect on your thought. That's why you're smoking weed. You're not smoking weed just to get high. You're smoking weed to recalibrate your spirituality and your gifts and your path in life. You're literally using your weed, your dancing, your gaming, your sexuality to recalibrate your thought, your path, and what is it called? Recalibrate your path and get back on your feet again. Like when to give an example, my midheaven is in Aries, so when I'm focused, I'm like in your face. I don't care what feet I step on. what toes I'm stepping on. But I'm doing it in a passionate way, and compassionate. But like, I'm a very goal hitter. I'm very machine-like. People call me a cyborg for some reason. And when I'm my IC or Imam Kweli is in Libra. So when I'm not in your face action, I'm actually questioning my own thing. I'm going super critical of myself, trying to decipher within bad and good. And this is kind of what you're doing, but you're doing it in a spiritual realm, and I'm doing it in my mind because I'm an Aquarius, so I already have lots of air, and my IC is also in air, so that makes me. I'm actually relaxing when I'm thinking, even though people said you should stop think. My mom says this all the time. Like, stop think, it hurts your brain. It's a joke, but like, hey. And you are literally smoking weed to relax, or listening to music, or whatever. So continue to do that. I definitely think that you should continue to smoke weed if it doesn't have any health issues. Your Libra is in the 10th house. Venus. Like, I would say that the MC is often said that is how people will remember you. So people will remember you for your work, but they will also remember you for your, like, not justifiable, but like, you're very, not retribution, but you're very not balanced. You're very fair. Justice is your thing. So people remember you for doing fair actions. People remember you for being good. Like, you're just a good person. Like, I would say you're like Harry Potter, but with less sex appeal. Like, it's just often when you have Venus and Libra, you have very feminine guys, but I don't see you as feminine in that way. I have seen Sun Libras that are way more feminine than Venus Libras. And let's see, 11th house, nothing really. Or Pluto in the Scorpio at 20 degrees. Oh, you got Mars in Scorpio. That's amazing. Yeah, I see Mike's memes on Facebook. They're amazing. So Mars in Scorpio, that is about your love life. It's not dark, but I will believe that you are very passionate. It is conjunct your sun, because conjunction is about 3 to 4 degrees. And it's in front of your sun, which is really interesting because that means that you are more passionate and more action taker than your mind, sort of. Like, your mind is all about the mysterious things in the world, but at the same time you are taking action before you think about them, if that makes sense. Pluto is conjunct Mars. Like, you're a rebellious force to be reckoned with. I think you are underestimated. I think people don't see what you have coming. I think you will change the astrology society in the world. Like, you have the ascendant in Sagittarius with Mercury. I could see you become astrology professor at a university. See you with some books coming out of a lecture, jumping into your flying car or your broomstick, or just using a wand and teleporting, or just jumping into a dimension and just going, yeah, just making a portal, go through it and be home. For some reasons I'm seeing Merlin, like that way he is packing his suitcase to go with Arthur. That's kind of how I see Astro Phoenix. Like, you are educating Arthur, you're educating the next king, the next ruler of society. And when you are done, you just take a portal home and be wherever you need to be. And of course, this is just a preview of what I'm gonna include in astrology report. It's gonna be the relationships between the houses and planets, especially dates where the sun is getting on top of planets. I find really interesting. So let me know how you think this was. It started kind of like I didn't know what I was doing, then I started seeing pictures and stuff. So that was kind of cool. So yeah, I think definitely astrology is your path. Or at least magic. I use magic before instead of spirituality because I just find magic more interesting. And magic sort of defy spirituality because spirituality is about the laws of the universe, but through magic you can actually when you access the astral realms, you're actually bypassing the laws of spirituality. My mentor, I call her a mentor because she's just amazing and I learn so much. She is actually she started like a druid, but now I think she's a level 3 elemental mage or something. She's just amazing, and she is she is actually using astral magic that is way more powerful than law of attraction, which is crazy. She just bypassed all the laws. I don't know how she does it, and I love to figure it out. It means a lot to have that response from you, Astro Phoenix. I really look up to you in terms of astrology, and also in terms of just human being. I think, like, I think you're really underestimated. I think you will change a lot of things on Earth, and yeah, people take you for granted. Thank you for being able to read you. And I'm gonna introduce more in my report. The report will be consist of 3 main parts. The planetary dance, like the planets are characters dancing around the zodiac wheel. Room inspection, where each house in the zodiac wheel is a room, and how they are when you are meeting Uncle Uranus in Gemini. He's different than if you meet Uncle Uranus in Taurus, like he is now. Like, now he's kind of nostalgic, looking back to how it was, and just being this crazy maniac talking about how it's gonna be when he gets to Gemini. He's like, oh, I'm gonna fuck up those good dudes, they don't know. So yeah, and the last one is power passion, which is the main aspects in your chart and how they create a synergy you can use in your field of passion. And I've described my method, like I use my own interpretation of your planetary birth chart, combined with years of research on the subject. I also read minds and speak to higher selves when I have been granted permission from the owner. I had one higher self that I spoke with that got really pissed off with me because she was this 12 feet ice queen, and I entered the cathedral and I was just looking up, hello. And she was like, peasant, who are you? How did you get into my kingdom? So that was kind of intimidating. But she taught me some etiquette, so from now on I'm gonna ask before I jump into people's subconscious mind, reality, domain, and I'm also gonna cleanse my energy before I'm going in, because you can do so much harm if you're having bad spells attached to your body when you enter someone's mind. So yeah, this was the extended version of Gen Scorpio. Thank you for watching. My throat is a little bit sore, so I'm gonna have some relaxing. I'm gonna go back to my icy Libra state, just thinking and relaxing. And I hope you guys have a great day, and thank you for joining. The song I played in the start and the song I'm about to play is called Ava Max, So Am I. I think this is kind of a song that reflects the entire generation. We are so passionate and so creative because we have been growing up in a oppressed state. Like, the kids that are growing up when the system is fixed will be more happy than we are, but we are using our sadness right now to create music, art, creative ambitions that will save the world and create a better world for everyone. Thank you so much. My name is Spellsync. Today is Tuesday, 23rd of... I have to check my clock. 23rd of April. We have just entered Taurus. I just want to say some last words because I'm fed up with this, and the Uranus is really saying I should say it. So, Taurus season is money season. To being a light worker is not an excuse to be broke. My name is Spellsync, and I'm gonna be here every day, punching knowledge in your face until you realize that your life is fucked up. You've been living in an illusion, and we are gonna change the entire fucking system. Bye.